Good YouTube. What's good, Supreme World? It's your boy Dre Supreme back with another video, another reaction video. And tonight we got the New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And tonight, this is like the first time that I'm filming the video after the game. And depending on how late I'll be up, because it's 10:45 p.m. on the East Coast right now, then I will drop this video maybe as soon as possible instead of dropping it the next day. So you guys will see as I upload it, and I'm speaking about it right now. So we got the New York Knicks, who is leading the series 1-0, and we're back in Boston for tonight. So Boston Celtics has to come out strong. I know that they were lacking a Kristaps Porzingis, and I believe that he was in the starting lineup or coming off the bench maybe tonight. So a gritty New York Knicks trying to take a 2-0 lead as Boston Celtics last game at home before going on the road. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys leave a comment, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel while turning on post notifications. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's see.
Nice start here for New York.
It's Holiday inside. He played well.
Drew Holiday, nice and early.
Raised in Connecticut, raised a Knicks fan, played at Salem.
Oh, look at Drew Holiday. Bully ball with Brunson already. Tatum out to Harper. Harper with his own tipping.
From his own miss.
Yep, from his own miss.
Towns pounding his way inside off the glass.
There go Karl Anthony Towns being aggressive already.
Throughout this series, a smaller Celtic player.
I swear that they had 3 points. What happened to that? Derek White, maybe it was a mistake. Wonderful pass by OG Anunoby, rebound by Karl Anthony Towns. He puts it in. Jaylen Brown, continuation, and one. Wonderful tip out by Luke Cornett. Tatum passes to Derek White. Derek White for a 3. Bang!
Knicks won game 1 by 3 in overtime. 3 Hart.
Josh Hart. Here he goes. The New York Knicks need to come out strong. Wow, he barely jumped off the ground. Mitchell Robinson.
Boston beat Orlando in the first round. 4-1. White 3 on 2.
I remember you guys saw the last game statistic that I pointed out. The Boston Celtics shot 15 from 60 from 3. They missed 45 threes last game. And they're coming out strong again. Dude, talk about a team that lives by the 3 and dies by the 3. Miles McBride in the corner. Misses it. Wonderful rebound by Mitchell Robinson, though, to stay with it.
Now the switch with Porzingis defending.
Brunson, wow. That was pretty. That was pretty. Wow, wonderful. Jason Tatum, that was nice. Damn, they were just down by like 15 and they came back. Jaylen Brown, even with the injury, wonderful take.
It's Bridges on top with the drive into
Mikal Bridges. Nice. Great cleanup by Cat. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Drew Holiday out to Jaylen Brown. Bang!
They just kill you. If you turn the ball over.
Yeah, they'll kill you in that 3. But they're 1 for 8. That's horrible. Yes, nice answer by OG Anunoby.
Here's Brown.
Oh, spin move. Woo! And he got a replay for that. Jaylen Brown. Derek White, how's he wide open? How's he wide open? He has turned into like the best shooter on his team from the three. Jalen Brunson, the answer. The answer. Wow. Nice. What a pass. What a pass. Tatum. Damn, this like highlights just a bunch of three-point shots. Oh, look at that fadeaway. Wow, that's tough. Oh, wow. Look at that shimmy. That was nice. Jason Tatum. Anthony Town fadeaway. Yeah, that's a tough shot, yeah. That's a tough shot. Tatum playing aggressive. Aggressiveness against Mikal Bridges. Here we go again. Oh, wonderful pass. 18-point game. 4 minutes left in the third. Here go Porzingis. Barely even jumped off the floor. Barely even jumped off the ground. Out to Josh Hart. The connection. Still a 20-point game. Here go the Knicks. Woo! Never saw Miles McBride slam the ball like that. Wonderful pass to Josh Hart in the corner. Wonderful to stay poised to hit the shot. Bro, y'all don't know where these people's at? Dang. Transition. The Boston Celtics give them so many transition points. Airballed it. Good thing Kristaps Porzingis was there to get the rebound. That guy's 7'3". 13-point game. Here goes Mikal Bridges. Turnover. Turnover, Mikal Bridges. Payton Pritchard for three. Bang. Yeah, both teams just shoot so many threes. This is literally like a three-point game, a three-point matchup. Who's gonna make the most threes? Look at this. Another three. So many three-point shots. Blocked by Josh Hart. Out to Payton Pritchard for three. Fourth quarter. Oh, wow. Wonderful tip. Wonderful pass. Josh Hart. Mitchell Robinson. And one. Nice. We got a 10-point game with 5 minutes left in the game. Out to Mikal Bridges for another three. Wow. I can't even slow down the gameplay, man. Shit, man. I guess we're not dissecting this game because it's just like fast paced. Like all these highlights is just 3-point shots. Like there's no breakdown. Like, and even in my intro, I literally didn't even say it. I didn't even say that we was gonna dissect. I didn't even say that we was gonna break it down because there's literally no breakdown. They're just running in transition and making a whole bunch of threes. Both teams. God, lag. Let's go.
Coming off 35+ games in that Orlando series.
It's hard across the lane and a teardrop.
We got a 5-point game. I guess that was an and one. 4-point game. Josh Hart. Anthony Towns. One thing I'll break down right here is the Boston Celtics, man. They're not getting up on the rebounds, man. They're not boxing out. The Anthony Towns, the Mitchell Robinsons of the world, they look so big compared to the Boston Celtics. Like these small lineups, like look who's on the floor right now. Although that Al Horford is 6'10", you know, Jason Tatum is 6'8", 6'9". I believe he's truly a 6'8", you know, forward. This is not enough, you know. And in last offseason, this is the reason why the New York Knicks prepared for this, because they want to prepare for the Boston Celtics. You know, the wing defenders, you know. This is what the new modern day basketball is all about. Wing defenders and guarding out on the wing, because these teams shoot a lot of three-pointers nowadays, evidently. So, you know, they had to do what they had to do here. This is a fast reaction. I'll give you that, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be a fast one because You know, these teams just shooting threes, you know, making it real fast for this video, I must say.
Clutch player. The award went to him.
Brunson took the lead with 1:58 left. The first lead of the night. Jalen Brunson. That's tough. Oh my goodness. Derek White. How do you miss that? How do you miss that? And then Jalen Brunson. Bro, Jalen Brunson. He has been playing out of his mind. So much confidence for you to take it into the teeth of the defense like this. Look, that's a 3v1. Tatum is shying away, making sure OG Anunoby doesn't get that pass. And then Jalen Brunson goes to his non-dominant hand for the lay-in against Al Horford, a bigger defender. And Jalen Brown is in the presence too. Look at this. That's tough. A 3-point game. 1-point game now. Tatum. Wow, that was terrible defense by New York. Taking the game by 1. And then what happened here? Wow. Drew Holiday, you got to be more disciplined than that. Wow. 1-point game. Tatum.
Robinson's on him. Tatum maneuvering.
What the? Wow. This is crazy. Another steal by Mikal Bridges, aka my twin. You know what's so funny? I posted a video and somebody on TikTok was like, "Oh, I didn't know that Mikal Bridges made reaction videos." Let me know if that kid was right. Do I look like Mikal Bridges? But look, if anything, Mikal Bridges looks like me because I'm older than Mikal Bridges by a few months. Now, I just gave up my age, and I don't mind about my age because I'm at unk status at this point. But if anything, let's get it correctly here. I'm older than Mikal Bridges because Mikal Bridges looks like me. Let's just get that right. But wonderful steal by Mikal Bridges. Let's replay that again. In game 1, he stole the ball from Jaylen Brown. I'm going to put that video up on top of this video so you guys can go back and see that video if you haven't gotten a chance to watch that video. That was a wonderful reaction as well, too, a couple of nights ago. But, yeah, wonderful defense by the Iron Man, Mikal Bridges. This is what he does. He literally is a defensive menace. He is a ball hawk. He is, playing both sides of the ball. So a beautiful win by the New York Knicks to take 2 games to none against the Boston Celtics, the champions, the reigning defending champions at home, and headed back into New York, making a lot tougher on the Boston Celtics moving forward.
Robinson's on him. Tatum maneuvering.
Wow, look at that. Wonderful help defense by Mikal. Wow, I'm so shocked. I am so shocked. Wow. Look at that defense. That's tough. That is so tough. First, Jaylen Brown's, then Jason Tatum's. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Wonderful defensive stop. Wonderful. Alrighty, guys. Let's head over to the box score. Oh, my goodness. And while we're filming this video, the OKC Thunder is blowing out the Nuggets 87-56. Make sure you guys tune in for that reaction video. That will be coming after this one is posted. So make sure you guys tune in. Alrighty, let's get through this real quick. This is looking like it's going to be a shorter than normal reaction video. But I'm tired. I've been out all day. It is 11 p.m. at night. And I have work at 7 a.m. So let's get this done. So we got the New York Knicks 37 out of 86 from the field. The Boston Celtics took more field goals than the New York Knicks, 34-94. So yeah, the New York Knicks shooting the ball better and made a little bit of more shots than the Boston Celtics. The 3-pointers was insane again. The New York Knicks, 9 for 31 from the three-pointer. And then the Boston Celtics, 10 for 40 from 3. They missed 30 three-pointers. And then the game before, they missed 45. This has been a problem for the Boston Celtics, especially at home. I know that you guys are on your home floor, but like you guys can't take this many threes, man. Like in my opinion, it ruins the game for you guys. Boston was up by 20 all game, and they blew the lead again, and they allowed them to come back and win the game again. This is the second straight game that this transpired, which is pretty ridiculous. The New York Knicks took less free throw attempts than the Boston Celtics. They both shot 80% from the free throw line. The Boston Celtics won the rebound differential, 51 to 46. The total turnovers, 16 to 17. So it really wasn't a big difference right there. The New York Knicks has scored 25 points off of the turnovers, though, which helped them, get back into the game and ultimately win the game after a while. And then the largest lead of the night, the Boston Celtics was up by 20. This is inexcusable at this point. Like, this is the second game the Boston Celtics gave up the lead to the New York Knicks, allowing them to come back and win the game. Pretty ridiculous. All right, going on to the box score. We got Mikal Iron Man Bridges, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. 6 for 18 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3. So not a good shooting night whatsoever. But when it comes down to him playing defense, man, this guy's the Iron Man. And he creates bigger stops for his team to win. Magnificent. OG Anunoby had a down night. He had 5 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 steals. Wonderful on the defensive end. Him and Mikal Bridges, very intangible game where you're not going to see it on the stat sheet according to their field goal percentage and the way that they shot overall in the game. But the defense really mattered because this was a low scoring game, 91 to 90. So defense really mattered in this game, especially in the fourth quarter, when New York Knicks came back to beat Boston. Karl-Anthony Towns, 21 points, 17 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 9 for 16 from the field, 0 for 1 for 3, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. That's a magnificent monster game, double-double. That's a big game for him. Wonderful. Jalen Brunson, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block. 6 for 19 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson had a horrible shooting game, but he hit the clutch shots where they matter most. And when it comes down to being clutch player of the year, in which he was rewarded clutch player of the year, we're seeing the reason why he's clutch player of the year. He hits big shots against the biggest teams, and this is the reason why New York is up 2-0, because he's patient and he knows when to get off a shot and he knows when to shoot the ball and he knows when to put the ball in the basket. This guy's a stud here. Josh Hart, who had the high tonight, the best shooting performance throughout the whole team. Josh Hart had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 9 for 15 from the field, 3 for 6, which is 50% from the three-pointer, and then he made both of his free throws, leading to 100% from the free throw tonight, which is a big game for him. Magnificent game for him. Mitchell Robinson has some great minutes off the bench. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 for 5 from the field, 60%, and he missed a free throw. Cam Payne only played 5 minutes. He only had 1 assist, 1 field goal attempt, which he missed. And then Miles McBride, 5 points, 1 assist, 1 steal. 2 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from the three-pointer. Magnificent game by the New York Knicks. Even though it was a low-scoring game, they came back, they were down 20, and they defeated the Boston Celtics. Alrighty. Now the Boston Celtics, this is not a normal game. Both teams shot the ball very poorly. But let's get on with the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, 13 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 5 for 19 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, which is not normal for him, and he made both of his free throws. We got Al Horford, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block, 2 for 11 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Horrible game. Yeah, again, it was just a horrible shooting night for both teams. Drew Holiday, 10 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. 4 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Derek White, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, 6 for 17 from the field, 3 for 11 from the three-pointer, and 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 6 turnovers, 8 for 23 from the field, 2 for 7 from the 3, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. The whole starting lineup shot the ball very bad because if you look at the bench played, of course, less minutes. And I feel like Joe Mazzulla played his starters a little bit too long, giving a lot of fatigue. I think he has to switch up the matchup in these next couple of games, especially if they don't want to get swept at this point because they're headed back to New York. And the Garden is going to be rocking. The Madison Square Garden is going to be rocking. And at this point, I am very scared for the Boston Celtics because they are down 0-2 and they're going to New York. So let's see how that goes. And this has been a great series so far. The NBA is very interesting because anything can happen. Literally. It doesn't matter about regular season progression. The Celtics is the number 1 seed in the East. Number 2 seed in the East. And look, they're down 0-2. Just like the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're down 0-2, and they were the 1st seed in the East, losing to the Indiana Pacers, who was the 4th seed, I believe, or the 5th seed. 4th seed? Yeah, it's definitely the 4th seed. So, yeah, man, this is insane. All right, let's wrap this up. We got the Luke Cornets. He has 6 point, 8 rebound, 1 block, 3 for 4 from the fields. Kristaps Porzingis, so he did come off the bench because he was injured. He played 14 minutes. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and he shot 3 for 5 from the field. He made 1 3, only took 1 3, and he only took 1 rebound, in which he probably got an and 1 off of. Peyton Pritchard, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And he shot only 3s. 3 for 9 from 3. That's the only thing that they know is 3-pointers. And this is the reason why they lost the game. Now, I will say this. We all know why Boston lost. They shoot too many 3s. And they could be up by a marginal difference in the game. They were up 20. The largest lead was 20. And I feel like Tim Ledger said, I forgot one of the analysts on ESPN, Tim Ledger, he said it correctly when I was watching one of the shows earlier. He said that the Boston Celtics feels like they have to shoot their way out of the game. They feel like they're being chased and they keep on shooting the ball over and over and over from 3. And by the time you look up, the New York Knicks comes back and they beat them. And you would think that they learned from game 1 with shooting 15 from 60 from 3, but clearly not. They allowed these boys to come back and beat them the same way that they did in game 1. But wonderful job to the New York Knicks. Wonderful defensive plays by Mikal Bridges. Wonderful clutch plays by Jalen Brunson and Jalen Hart. And Josh Hart stepping up tonight, as well as Karl Anthony Towns playing solid games to get their team to win. We got 91-90 New York Knicks. New York Knicks headed back home, leading the series 2-0. Whew. Alrighty. If you guys got this far in the video, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this channel. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.